What's happening, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, this is going to be super helpful. I'm going to show you exactly how I do my entire photography, post-production, editing, culling, uploading, workflow, everything, you name it, from basically beginning to as soon as I finish a photo shoot, I come home late at night or the next morning or whenever it is, and I have this SD card to basically use, and I'm going to show you exactly what I do with all of these images until delivery. So hopefully this is going to be a super informative video, and if you guys do find value, all I kindly ask is for you guys to make sure to hit that like button down below, comment, subscribe, and turn the bell notification icon on so that you guys can stay up to date with all future videos. The first thing we want to do is I always open the SD card straight from the actual laptop itself. I don't wire anything from the camera, I just put the SD card straight into the laptop. I have a lot of people say that maybe they sometimes just do a direct wire transfer, protects the images, but in this case I honestly just SD card it. Touch wood, till date I haven't had any problems. Cool, so from here I'm basically going to go through the folder and select the images. So in this case I want to make sure I grab all of the raw, so Command A or Control A if you're using a PC, Command C or Control C. Now, the next part's really important. So where does my photos actually go? When I take all of my photos from a shoot, I actually store it on a LaCie 32TB hard drive. Now, this hard drive is absolutely amazing. You can mirror and split it down to get 16, so it duplicates everything, and therefore you half your entire storage space, but I just use the entire thing, and it's genuinely an amazing system and unit that I've been using for a couple of years now. So the first thing I do is I open that hard drive, which is always plugged in, the 32 hard drive, terabyte. And now here I've got a couple of folders. Now, let me just break down exactly how I've organized my entire workflow. So outstanding is basically any folders or any gigs or weddings or shoots or anything that I've yet to deliver and perhaps can do something with it for collateral, or maybe, I can, have to send it to the client. So there's just something for it, hence why it's in outstanding. Finals are every single shoot that I've done that I've basically delivered and I no longer need anymore, and I can basically put that into the final. So once it's all done from outstanding, I move it to final, where it sometimes gets stored or sometimes it just gets deleted. Irrespective, doesn't really matter. Documents are just documents that I use for my business, and then creative content is usually things for YouTube. So I try and keep that separate from my outstanding and final. Sometimes I put it into the one, but it doesn't really matter how you choose to store it. But for most part, I always have a final and an outstanding. Sometimes I just keep it separate. Helps me to keep organized, doesn't really matter, but you do by all means what is comfortable for you. It's just your system, but this is just mine, and I'm showing you exactly what I do. So I'm going to click on outstanding. Now, all of these folders are current gigs that I actually have at the moment. Some of them are already done, but I've just kept them anyways in there. Okay, cool. So what I want to do is I want to create a brand new folder. Now this folder, I always make sure that the bride's name is actually first and then the groom's name. Now in this case, the couple's name was Mira and Vivek. Cool. Now I've actually already done this, but I'm just showing you from an example in terms of this YouTube video, hence why I'm just doing it all from scratch. So I'm going to go to that folder, then I'm going to go ahead and paste these photos. Now this is essentially transferring all of these photos from the SD card onto the external hard drive. Now this is super important because I want to make sure that this entire copy is done. Therefore that card is now rendered useless. I don't need it. I can format it, or I can keep it on there as an extra backup or a copy. Okay, great. So now they've transferred across to my external hard drive on the 32TB space that I have. What's the next step? Before I actually begin the entire culling process, editing process, and then uploading process, the first thing is, we're still not even done. We need to do an online storage backup. Now, basically why I do this is in case something tomorrow were to happen to my hard drive for whatever reason, something beyond my control happens and it is now gone. I don't have it. It's either destroyed, it's stolen, something's happened. Hopefully nothing happens to it. I have an online storage platform that I can basically log into and re-download some of this content so that I can ensure I am future-proofed in case this hard drive tomorrow goes. I'm gonna show you how I quickly do that. Now, what I basically use is Dropbox. Dropbox, I pay for the unlimited storage, and in that storage, I pretty much upload every single shoot that I do from 2021 and 2022, and any other photos I need to create as well. So all I do is I simply go into the actual folder itself, then I'm gonna create a new folder, titling it the exact same thing. So in this case, I'm gonna go Mira and Vivek. Perfect. Then I'm going to create that. Then I'm going to go into upload files. It's going to go to my entire desktop. I'm going to open up the hard drive. And in this case, I'm going to go exactly into the folder that I created. Where did we go? Select everything, and then I'm just going to hit open. Perfect. Now this is essentially starting to upload all of the images from my external hard drive. So great. So now your storage is taken care of. You're uploading it to the cloud. You don't even have to worry about that. Now let's actually get into the process of culling. Now for culling, I use Photomechanic 6. It's by far one of the top leading brands in the market in terms of culling. I know there's several performers out there, but this is one that I've always used and I've had a great time using it. So I'm just going to go ahead and open that up. Perfect. Now I'm going to go into the 32 terabyte hard drive and essentially locate the entire folder that I've basically just created. All right, perfect. Brilliant. And here is the photo shoot. So this is a photo shoot that I did of a couple in Sydney, and honestly, it was, really fun, really easy going. These are just some of the photos. So let me go ahead. Now, the actual culling process is pretty simple for me. I'll double click on the image itself, and then I just essentially start going through the image one by one and asking myself, do I like it? Do I not like it? Do I like it? Do I not like it? Everyone's different in this process. In fact, some people don't even use culling. Some people just go straight to Lightroom and then cull from Lightroom and do it through that way. I just prefer it this way. This is my process. So if I like this, I'm gonna hit 1 to keep. And if I don't, then I'm just gonna skip it and go through everything that I basically like. So far I'll keep that. So let's just say I'll keep this, and then maybe I'll keep that. Okay, great. I don't like that one. And these are a bit blurry. Okay, this one's good. Walking shot there. Okay, perfect. She's looking back. That's cute. And I basically do this the entire single time, hitting 1 if I like the image, or hitting 0 if I don't. And it basically just keeps the one that I like. And as you can see, it creates these red icons on the image so that Photomechanic knows that this is the one that you've starred as, red. Great, so now let's just assume I've gone through the 300 photos that I've done for this engagement session, and I've gone, okay, great, these are the images that I really want to keep. What do I do from there? I close that. Then what I do is I hit this button over here, and it only selects the red ones that I've actually used within Photomechanic. I'm gonna hit 1 and then press Command A. The next thing is now opening Lightroom. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open Adobe Lightroom Classic. Perfect. Now, this is an old gallery that I was working on. All I'm gonna do from now is go to Photomechanic, and I'm just gonna click the selected ones that I have here, and I'm gonna drag it into Adobe Lightroom Classic. Then I'm gonna hit OK. I always make sure that the top selection is made on add. So what it does is it's basically using the images from the actual source of the hard drive, and it's just adding it to your Lightroom catalog. It's not creating a copy or not creating a copy in DNG formats. It's just using the photos from where the file is actually located. And then what I'm gonna do is press import. Perfect, so the imports happened, and it's also created some initial previews. Now, I've only had 10 images in here as an example, but you will have multiple, if not hundreds of images from your weddings or shoots. So naturally the import may actually take a little bit more time, but just for the sake of an example, I'm just gonna show you these 10 images to work through. Great, so now we're gonna hit develop, and I'm gonna go ahead and make some adjustments. Okay, great. I can make an actual adjustment. Or you know what, I'll just put one of my presets on it, my main preset. Perfect, and I'm just gonna go ahead and, okay, do that, and let's try that. All right, awesome. All right, perfect. Let's just assume I've gone through and edited this photo. I'm just gonna batch sync everything just for the sake of it. Perfect. Editing's done, I'm happy with this, and I'm ready to finally export. So now what we do is we export all of our photos, right click, export. Then we're gonna go and choose a folder. And usually I just save it to my desktop for now before I relocate it elsewhere. I'm gonna click on desktop, I'm gonna go new folder. Again, always making sure that the bride's name is first. So Mira, followed by the groom's name, and Vivek. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create the word final just after. So that what that tells me is that every single time I see the word final after the name of the couple, that to me tells me that I've edited these photos and they're ready to export, and if not, send to the actual couple themselves. I'm gonna hit create. Perfect. Now, in this part under the file renaming, sometimes you can rename it to whatever the actual folder is supposed to be. Now, this wasn't a wedding, this was actually a pre-shoot. So I'm just gonna edit this and change this to, say, pre-shoot. You don't have to do this. This is just something to, you know, keep it all organized. And I usually have a sequence of 0001 and then hit done. So basically what this means is now all the actual images are going to be renamed as pre-shoot 0001, pre-shoot 0002, and so on and so forth. Great, we're just going to skip the video. Obviously, it's the file settings. We're just going to go JPEG, sRGB, quality is 100. I never click the file size to 100K or whatever. I just always just leave this off. I don't touch this, include the metadata, and then I'm going to hit export. Great, so now basically this is now exporting all of the edited images from your actual Lightroom, and because there's only 10, this should be done pretty quickly. Congratulations, you're halfway there. Okay, so now that Lightroom's done, we don't need Lightroom anymore, so we can actually just go ahead and close this, and it's pretty much non-existent anymore. So we've done our data transfer, we've done our culling stage, we've even done our editing. The only thing left now is to actually send the photos that you've edited to your couples now. So now's the time for the actual delivery part. You're ready, you're excited. Your couple's probably trying to chase this up for weeks, if not, and be like, hey, where's my photos? You're finally ready to give it to them. Okay, so we're just gonna go back to our browser. Now, as we mentioned before, this is currently already uploading, so we're not gonna try and disturb this. We wanna open a brand new tab, and I'm gonna maximize this for more space. And now we're gonna open up our gallery provider. Now, I use Shootproof, they're an amazing company. I'm gonna link you guys in the description below a referral link. If you guys click that link and sign up, I believe you get a discount. Also helps me out for the first month at least anyways. And you can actually create the exact same galleries that I use from the exact same templates. So once in your gallery provider, you're gonna wanna go ahead and open up and create a brand new gallery. Now I can only explain this from Shootproof, but feel free to use any other provider out there. This is essentially what most of my galleries look like before I even send it to anyone, just so I know what the back end is. In terms of that, it actually shows me their name, it shows me the couple's photo as the cover photo, and it shows me exactly how many photos are also in some of these images. So we're gonna go create a brand new gallery. I'm gonna create Mira and Vivek. I'm gonna create number 2, and don't worry about that. I'm only doing that because I've actually, if you see on the right hand side, already finished this. So the client already has it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and create the gallery. Wonderful. Then it's gonna ask me to upload all of my photos. In this case, I'm gonna go upload files, go to my desktop, click on the file. Then I'm gonna go select all, open. It's gonna ask me if I have any duplicates, what I wanna do. In this case, I'm gonna only leave it on skip duplicates. Then I'm gonna start upload. Perfect. So what this basically shows me is that out of 10, 0 are complete. Eventually, this entire bar will slowly fill up until the entire gallery is actually finished. All right, awesome. So now my photos are actually all uploaded. All I have to do from now is I'm gonna select a cover photo. So let's just assume I really like this cover photo, and then I'm gonna go save cover. So when the client actually gets the gallery, that's the actual landing page image they're gonna see. Now I can preview this gallery and show exactly what it's gonna be like, but in this case, because there's only 10 photos, I don't need to do that. Then from here, all I'm gonna do is actually just share the gallery, email others. Now in this case, I'm just gonna send it to myself as an example. Now I typically just use the email subject as your gallery is ready. So the headline title is just the couple's name. In this case, I've just always used the bride's name and, which is the symbol, and then the groom's name. I don't need to have the 2 in there, so I'll just take that out. And for the button text, I just leave as view gallery. Now, everything that you make here will actually see here on the right hand side. So in this case, I'm just gonna leave as view gallery. Perfect. Now this is my sample template. In this case, hi, Mira and Vivek. Your gallery is ready to be viewed. I'm so excited for you to see them. Happy viewing. Please endeavor to download these photos to your desktop when possible. Thanks, Garth. Perfect. Nice little simple message. And then I'm just gonna hit send. Now, when that actually goes away to the couples, it's done. You've done your entire job. You've basically uploaded all the edited images, you've uploaded it to the gallery provider, you've customized the gallery, you've added a cover photo, you've added a title, you've even typed in a nice message, and then you've sent it across the couple. Your job is done. This is essentially my entire workflow that I do time in and time out every single wedding shoot, pre-shoot, product shoot, solo portrait shoot, editorial shoot, you name it. I always upload it to an online gallery provider. And in this case, I've been using Shootproof for ages. I also use SmugMug sometimes. They all do the same thing, but they have a few benefits, so please do your research on them. Now, from here on, you've got a couple of options. You can go back to the hard drive and remove the actual photos from the outstanding folder and put it in the final folder with the actual final images, all in the same folder as well. Or you could just delete everything anyways because you know you've backed it up to the cloud. The choice is completely yours as to how you would like to personally manage it. Because for me, I like to hold on to my photos for a little while before I delete them, not too long. It essentially just gives me the peace of mind that they're there just for the next 1 to 2 months or a couple of months, or depending on how long you choose to personally keep them for, in case something were to happen to it. And that's basically it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, I please would request a like button just to share that, hit that button, just, you know, caress it, touch it, do that, do what you have to, just show a bit of love. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the very next video. Cheers.